Chris, welcome to the Montgomery Summit. Nice to have you here with us.
Thank you.
So, you have a fascinating business, right? Give us maybe a little bit about yourself and your fascinating background, and then maybe lead us into the drones.
Sure. Well, drones is the business.
Yeah.
I kind of have no business being in this business. 3 years ago, I was the editor of Wired. Had done that for more than a decade, and was kind of a media guy. And now, through a freakish series of events, we run America's biggest drone company, or I'm the CEO and co-founder of it. And we make more drones every month than I think all the American aerospace companies combined.
Wow.
So it should not be possible for a magazine editor to build a 21st century aerospace company by accident.
Differentiator, and why are you doing so well?
Well, we're essentially a software company. So we are, we have a software, and drones are now not just the flying robot, but also connected to a phone and then connected to the internet. So it's this full stack approach. Again, coming out of the smartphone industry, you would expect it to be a full stack. So we built the software stack. So many of the drones out there that you see made by others are actually using our software. And we create a consortium called Drone Code, part of the Linux Foundation, to so that people can use it. At the end of it, right now we make hardware because, like Google had to make the first Nexus phones.
Yes.
But very quickly, the commodity hardware makers out there will make sufficiently good hardware, and we can just focus on the software stack.
How do you deal with the regulation of the industry? That's a big thing.
Yeah, when you put 1 million drones in the air in the national airspace, it really focuses the attention of the regulators, and they realized that it kind of, the genie was out of the bottle, and it sped up the process. Like, okay, so who are you guys? You're not Boeing. How do we make these things safe and responsible? And the answer is super easy. They're connected to the internet. So once you show the FAA that we're actually not only just doing the right thing from a kind of responsibility, but that by being connected to the internet, we actually make it super easy to be compliant. They're like, oh, well, that's okay.
Automated regulation.
Let's just create geofences and limits and airspace checking, and let's register the users, and let's train the users online because it's 2016. And we're like, great, we're going to do that anyway. As a matter of fact, we've already done it.
Future for drones. Where does
Commercial.
this go?
Sensors in the sky. We have an opportunity, we call it the Internet of Things, but this is like the Internet of Flying Things. We have the opportunity to start measuring the world in all ways: construction, agriculture, transportation, energy. You can only manage what you can measure. It's really hard to measure the physical world. Satellites are too high, and 2/3 of the planet's covered by clouds at all times. Street views, too low and limited to the street. Airplanes are too expensive, and there's putting humans in harm's way. So being able to put sensors, cameras and other kinds of sensors, radar, LiDAR, whatever, arbitrarily in space at no cost, arbitrarily in the air at no cost, is how we're going to digitize the planet.
Favorite use case of your company?
Agriculture, crop mapping. Let me give you one little thing. So agriculture is the biggest industry in the world, and we have a really hard time measuring it. We plant seeds. We typically go with monoculture, so they're predictable, and we kind of wait and see what happens. Now, it used to be that farms were small and you could walk the field, but now farms are big and we don't have many people on it. So we're doing a really crazy thing. We are spraying chemicals on our plants and environment, pesticide, herbicide, etc., because we have an information shortage. We don't know. Do we have an infection? I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll just spray prophylactically. What if you could only spray if you had a problem? What if you said, hey, the drone did a crop map every hour, every morning, whatever, and today, no infection. Oh, tomorrow morning, I see, there's a little fungal infection over there. Let's spray there.
I love that use case. I'm vegan, right?
I'm a vegetarian.
2 years, so very, very interested in that whole area. And I guess what was occurring to me as you were saying that was, you have a big data end to this, which is the data is actually...
It's not about the drone, it's about the data. The first era of this was kind of getting the robots to fly. Now it's like putting them to work. Nobody cares how that sensor gets there. They don't even care what sensor it is. Just show me the data.